Good evening viewers and welcome to today's top stories with MyNewsNE. I'm Pinaki and now let's look at the headlines before we start with the bulletin. Assam's Rupohihat MLA Nurul Huda prevents eviction drive at Burha Sapori Wildlife Sanctuary. Voting for 60-member assembly ends in Tripura. Five points on Vincent Pala of Congress in Meghalaya election. Nagaland suffers from want of good roads, electricity, water supply and jobs. JAC calls for all-party meeting over Sikkim's identity row. Now the news in details. Nurul Huda, MLA of 85 number Rupohihat Legislative Assembly Council, prevented an ongoing eviction drive at Burha Sapori Wildlife Sanctuary under Sonitpur district today. The MLA from Rupohihat of Assam's Nagaland district threatened the district administration officials in the presence of the district commissioner that no one can run a bulldozer in the name of eviction here in Burha Sapori. Assam government's massive eviction drive in Sonitpur's Burha Sapori Wildlife Sanctuary is underway for the third day as JCB's tractors raise illegally constructed schools, Anganwadi centers, houses within the sanctuary. The administration began its three-day eviction drive at the sanctuary to clear off 5,976 bighas of land of encroachment. The drive, which started on February 14 morning amid heavy security force deployment, will continue till tomorrow. According to officials, the massive anti-encroachment campaign aims to be free nearly 1,892 hectares of land from illegal corruption, from illegal occupation. In the eviction that was carried out on February 14, to villages were evacuated. In the Khor Sapori areas near the wildlife sanctuary, approximately 50 excavators and 30 tractors have been deployed for the eviction drive.
তেওঁলোকে ৰাজহ আদায় লৈছে। কাগজ আছে মোৰ হাতত, কাগজ আছে। এইবিলাক চব খাজনা ৰচিদ, এইবিলাক খাজনা ৰচিদ চব তথ্য আছে। আৰু তথ্য সহকাৰে দিয়াৰ পিছত নহ'ব বুলি কৈছিল। আজি সম্পূৰ্ণ অন্যায়ভাৱে তেওঁলোকে এই কাৰ্য সমাপ্ত কৰিছে। গতিকে এই উচ্ছেদটো বন্ধ হ'ব লাগে। এই অন্যায় প্ৰতিবাদ কৰিছে। 1963 চনৰ পৰা তেওঁলোকে খাজনা দি মাটিখিনি দখল কৰি আছে। আৰু এইটো পঞ্চায়তৰ ৱাৰ্ড, নগাঁও জিলাৰ জুৰিয়া উন্নয়ন খণ্ডৰ খুটিৰপাৰ গাঁও পঞ্চায়তৰ 3টা ৱাৰ্ড। আৰু এই ৱাৰ্ড 3টা এতিয়া বৰ্তমান আমি কাহানিও গম পোৱা নাছিলোঁ যে শোণিতপুৰৰ হয় বুলি, কিন্তু হঠাৎ শোণিতপুৰে দাবী কৰিলে শোণিতপুৰৰ তেওঁলোকে জান্দা বুজিলে। আৰু এইটো আমি প্ৰতিবাদ কৰিলোঁ। এইখিনি কথা জনোৱাৰ পিছত সদ্যহতে এই 3টা ৱাৰ্ড এভেকশ্যন নহ'ব বুলি কৈছিল। আমাৰ নগাঁও জিলাৰ ডিচিও নাজানে আজি যে ইয়াত এভেকশ্যন নহ'ব। গতিকে হঠাৎ ৰাতিপুৱা তেওঁলোকে আহি ইয়াত উচ্ছেদ কাৰ্য আৰম্ভ কৰিব। আজি যিসকল মানুহ আছে ইয়াত সকলোৱে ভাৰতীয় নাগৰিক, আৰু এই নাগৰিকসকলৰ ওপৰত এটা অন্যায় কৰা হৈছে।
Over 70% voters cast their votes in the Tripura assembly polls amid heavy security. Several incidents of attacks on political workers and intimidation and obstruction of voters were reported. At least 60 opposition party workers were injured when the ruling party workers attacked them in South Gomati, Sepahijala and West Tripura districts. The main opposition, CPIM, alleged that the BJP workers have evicted their candidates polling agents in more than 25 polling stations in 4 districts. Tripura Chief Electoral Officer Gite Kiran Kumar Dinkarao said that wherever the authority got any information of any trouble, the security forces immediately rushed to the areas and resolved the problems. A senior police official said that a police constable was suspended in Gomti district for his alleged role in urging people to cast votes in favor of the ruling BJP. Opposition political parties including CPIM and Congress complained that in several places including Dhanpur and Kakraban, the ruling party workers obstructed the voters belonging to the opposition parties. Ahead of voting started at 7 a.m. today across the state 8 district, men, women and first-time voters queued up in the front of the polling stations before the voting started at 7 a.m. in 8 districts. The CEO said that a total of 259 candidates, including 31 women in the fray for the election to the 60-member House, and of them, the highest number, 55, have been filed by the ruling BJP, followed by the CPIM 43, Tripura Motha Party 42, Trinamool Congress 28 and Congress 30. A total of 58 independent candidates and 14 nominees from various smaller parties are also contesting the elections. Around 31,000 personnel are stationed in 3,327 polling stations to conduct the voting. In all, 28.14 lakh voters, including 13.99 lakh women, were eligible to cast their votes in Thursday balloting. A senior police officer said the Union Home Ministry has provided 400 companies of Central Armed Police Force, while around 9,000 Tripura State Rifle Jawans and over 6,000 Tripura police personnel have also been deployed to hold a fair and violence-free elections. Meghalaya's Congress party has suffered several setbacks in Meghalaya since the last assembly election. In 2018, while the Congress could not form the government, it won 21 of the 60 assembly seats to emerge as the largest single party in the northeastern state. With a number of its MLAs, including former Chief Minister Mukul Sangma, switching over to other parties, the Congress is now left with no MLA in Meghalaya. The party is aiming to regain its lost political footprint in the state with high hopes from candidates like Lok Sabha MP Vincent Pala. Here are 5 points about him. Vincent Pala was elected to the 15th Lok Sabha after winning from the Shillong constituency in 2019. He held the post of Union Minister of State Water Resources and Union Minister of State Minority Affairs. In 2021, the MP was appointed as the chief of Congress Party's Meghalaya unit. Vincent Pala obtained a bachelor's degree in engineering from the University of North Bengal in 1990. The 55-year-old has worked as an assistant chief engineer in the Public Works Department in Meghalaya. And in this year, Vincent Pala is contesting assembly for the first time. He has been filed from the Sutnaga Saipung Assembly constituency. Vincent Pala is one of the wealthiest candidates in the Meghalaya Assembly polls this year. Meghalaya will go to the polls on February 27 along with Nagaland. The votes will be counted on March 2nd for the 3 northeastern states of Tripura, Meghalaya and Nagaland. Nagaland Congress alleged tall claims of the BJP on the development of Nagaland were starkly different from the ground reality, as the northeastern state still suffers from want of good roads, proper electricity and water supply, besides massive unemployment. AICC media coordinator Mahima Singh claimed that the BJP was trying to fool the people of the state to cling to power with the NDPP. Singh asserted the Congress will not stop raising questions in favor of welfare of the people. She alleged that the BJP and NDPP's tendency to cling to power is leading to electoral violence in several constituencies and small villages. Singh said the Congress has given a representation to the DGP through the Dimapur Commissioner of Police in this regard. She called upon people of Nagaland to stay united and away from violence, to throw away money and muscle power in this election. Singh said that it is time for a party that has ruled the state for 20 years, yet does not have a report card, is voted out of power. Election to the 60-member assembly in the northeastern state will be held on February 27th and votes will be counted on March 2nd. Sikkim's Joint Action Council has called for the all-party meeting on 18 February 2023 to do away with the distorted Sikkimese identity in a recent Supreme Court judgment. Seeing the recently called special session has failed to do away with the distortion of the Sikkimese identity, and after pressure from the public, we have decided to call for an all-party meeting on 18 February, informed DN Nepal spokesperson JAC during the press meet. JAC has requested the government to define Sikkimese clearly in the session, but they failed. So as a next move to address the same, we are calling the all-party meeting for deliberation to know their take on shared Nepal. What could be done further in the matter is what they can or will talk about during the meeting. We will also get to know the various views of all the political parties in this matter. Must tell the Joint Action Committee had called a statewide ban on 8 February, which was a great success. The Supreme Court mentioned the Sikkimese Nepali community as immigrants in an observation on January 13 while extending income tax exemption to all old settlers on the state. Hence, JAC was constituted to fight the same, and JAC is also claiming that in the judgment, Sikkimese identity has also been distorted and government must take necessary action so that it won't repeat again. While the government had said we are open to any kind of suggestion, if they want, then we are ready to work. But as per the judgment, it has not touched upon Article 371F and Sikkimese identity, and we have permanently removed the tag of immigrant, which 25 years long government failed to do. So viewers, that's all for the day. We will be back tomorrow. Till then, keep watching My News Northeast.